What's happening, creatures? Tim Kreitz here, Tim Kreitz Adventures. Today it's me and Cliff, and we are going on an actual motorcycle trip. I know I haven't done one of these in a long time. I'm looking forward to today, and I hope you are too. Stick around. Good?
Hey, I was just thinking, hey, look out for any low water crossings.
Yeah, and there might be a couple.
Even the ones that don't have water in them might be full of sand.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well we'll take it easy for sure.
You come over that hill and the whole damn road's got sand that deep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, okay, yeah. Good point. All right. So here we are 50 miles later from the intro, and we're taking some back roads to a town called Colorado City, and we're going to Colorado City Lake. The reason we are going is because we've had unprecedented rains in West Texas. I mean, we haven't had rains like this in years. The coldest winter we've had in 50 years has been followed by the coolest summer we've had in 50 years, and those cool temperatures have been accompanied by lots of humidity and lots of rain. That's why Cliff was talking about we need to be careful in the low water crossings. The lake that we are going to is Colorado City Lake, and it has gone from 40% water level, 40% capacity, to almost 90% capacity. And it's apparently a sight to behold if you're familiar with the lake. We figured it would just be a good ride, and hopefully it will be. But we need to be looking out for obstructions on the road. These clouds are slowly burning off. It's supposed to be about 88 degrees today and sunny. Severe weather tomorrow, again more rain tomorrow, so we thought we'd make the ride today, so that's what we're up to. Gotta watch out for sand here. Yep, and there's a lot of it. There's a bunch right there. The other thing we're dealing with: bulls and cows in the middle of the road. Red cows. Man, I wouldn't want to mess with that dude. He literally has testicles the size of cantaloupes. Why did I notice that? It's weird. Wow. Well, if you're a die-hard viewer of Tim Kreitz Adventures, like if you've been watching for the whole 7-8 years of this mess, you will recognize this place. Oh, look at that owl. Wow. The old church at Hyman. Several years before you, Matt, and I came out here the last time, Britt and I came out here, and it was a really pretty day. It was actually a locust infestation at the time. Grasshoppers, those big pink grasshoppers. And we were out here messing around, and we were over in the graveyard, and the guy who owns this place came up and pulled up in his truck and talked to us. He's a really nice guy. He offered to let us go in and everything. And he said that he can't preserve it. He wants to save it, but it can't be done because there's too much stucco, and there's some like adobe
type bricks in there too.
Oh, you can see the adobe right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's in pretty bad shape. I know, you know, from them restoring that monastery in Stanton.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they had to do a bunch of work, but they brought in some adobe specialists from Arizona that did it all.
This would have to be literally torn down and rebuilt as a tribute to its former self, and I think we all know that'll never happen.
Today is the old settlers reunion in Stanton. They might be doing tours of that monastery today.
Well, if we get back over that way in time, we might just drop by there. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen this much water in it. Maybe once before. All the way up in here, all the boat docks are floating. And you know, this lake is notorious for running low, you know, being low all the time, below 50% all the time.
All of them in West Texas have been that way for 20 years.
Yeah, good point. Well, here's something that's changed since the last time I was out here. This house burned down. How sad. Have one of those moments on a motorcycle where your stress goes completely away, like for just a very, very small, short moment, you have this perfect peace. I just had that. I don't know, something about the way the clouds are hanging over the head and the smell of the air and the temperature and the road. I don't know. It was just like a little ignosecond of just bliss. That's what motorcycles are about, at least for me. All right. Oh man, those look great. Thank you. All right. Oh, you literally got a bag of chips with yours.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. That is definitely, that's a unique looking Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Like, I don't think I've ever had one that looked quite like that, but it smells good.
I'm beginning to think I have had one here before.
Okay.
But it was good, and I'm fixing to have another one.
All right. Well, let's tear these sumbitches up. Oh yes, lunch was destroyed. So good. Okay. Still want to go over to Stanton, see if that church is open today, the monastery?
Sure.
Let's do it. That sounds fun to me too.
Yeah, it originally, if you remember, had the cedar shake roof.
That shake roof, yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to restore it exactly like it was, and the insurance company said, "Yeah, you don't have that much money in the world," so they went with a steel roof.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to make some compromises when you're restoring a building like that.
There was just absolutely no way that they could do that.
Those roofs love to burn. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it looked like this inside and out the last time I was here.
This is the dining room, I think.
Well, of course it is. Look.
Yeah. I think they had a dumbwaiter in here because the kitchen was in the basement, and they were. I don't remember.
They probably couldn't afford a smart waiter.
Well, you know, times are tough out here in West Texas. I think these stairs were rebuilt. I don't think these are the original stairs.
Yeah, you can tell. Look, you can tell the difference right there. Holy cow. So the story I've always heard, and I guess I could just listen to that guy instead of yakking on with speculations, but I've always heard that these monks came from Germany originally, and they were somewhere else, maybe in, I don't know if it was Texas or Oklahoma or where, but they apparently stole a bunch of money.
You know, that sounds familiar, or something like that.
And
I don't remember the details.
And they brought all the money and came out here and built this place. And they called.
That may be the chest that brought the money. I don't know. But
Yeah, this town, Stanton, was originally called Marienfeld.
Right, which means we stole a bunch of money in Germany. So last time I was up here, this whole floor was just basically empty. And you could see the lines on the floor where the walls had been. Tim, this over here, this foundation over here was the bathhouse.
Ah, okay.
Because obviously you notice there's no restrooms inside.
Yeah, you would have to go outside to bathe and do your business.
Yeah.
Makes sense. There it is.
And they had a vineyard out here because they had to make their own wine.
Yeah, for the sacrament.
Right.
Yeah.
So they ran a little vineyard.
Well, this is cool. And the battery on this camera is just about to run down. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, see you next time on Tim Cricht's Adventures. Everybody, have a good one until then. Bye.
bikes.